Today on Mr. Media, I'll talk to actress Alexandra Daddario, who my daughter knows from playing Annabeth Chase on Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, and my wife is looking forward to seeing on the NBC drama Parenthood, beginning tonight, Tuesday, November 8th at 10 p.m. Stick around. I'm hoping she'll tell us one of those trademarked Esquire funny jokes from a beautiful woman. So much media, so little time. Who keeps track of it all? That would be me. This is Bob Andelman, and this is a Mr. Media interview. You know, MrMedia.com, MRmedia.com. Stop by and check it out. There are more than 900 archived celebrity and pop culture interviews for your listening pleasure. Mr. Media is recorded live before a studio audience of Esquire readers who want to hear the joke about the elephants falling off the cliff again and again in the new media capital of the world, St. Petersburg, Florida. Now, my wife is a huge fan of the NBC series Parenthood, but I don't usually do interviews based on her interests. She's a tough one to impress. My teen daughter, on the other hand, still might raise a smile if the old man has a guest that she's interested in. So talking to beautiful Alexandra Daddario was a must. Alex played Annabeth Chase in the movie Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. Her job was shepherding Jackson from adolescence to young godhood. And while the movie fell short of some expectations, Daddario was actually quite good, and it obviously opened more than a few doors. Don't take my word for it. Her recent movie credits include everything from The Squid and the Whale through the Farrelly Brothers comedy Hall Pass. Next up is a starring role in Leatherface 3D, I can't even say that with a straight face, a sequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But of immediate interest is her role as Rachel on Parenthood, where she's been cast as the new assistant at the Luncheonette, the recording studio operated by Peter Krause and Dax Shepard's characters. Now, my wife thinks she might be about to break up Adam's marriage, and I'll ask about that. And yes, Percy fans, including my daughter, I'll definitely inquire about the Percy Jackson and the Olympians sequel, The Sea of Monsters, which IMDb says is in pre-production for a 2013 release. Alex Daddario, welcome to Mr. Media.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you. I'm good.
Why don't we start with the present work and kind of work our way back and then forward? Now, is my wife correct?
Sure.
Is your character on Parenthood about to leave Adam into temptation?
I think that she definitely is a distraction, and I think that she causes friction. She's this young girl that they hire, and she has a very unique sense of style and wears pretty revealing outfits, which sometimes absurdly revealing outfits, I think you could say. And it's very funny, but it also causes a bit of tension. It isn't great for Adam and Christina's marriage.
Okay.
Okay.
So the wife may be on the right track there. I got it. And
yeah, I think it's yeah.
No, go ahead, please.
No, I think it's just it puts a very real sort of relatable problem out there that Adam has to deal with.
Now, I've seen at least one image from the show in one of these revealing outfits you were talking about. I guess this is very different from real life, where you probably wear like burlap sacks, right?
Right. Well, I'm a creature of comfort, so I'm a very jeans t-shirt girl. So this was fun because she's actually very stylish, and some of the outfits I really loved. And even the revealing ones are pretty cool. They're just very, overly revealing.
Is it hard to leave outfits like that on the set and then go home, or do you want to take them with you?
Some of them, I really love and would love to take with me, but I'm more comfortable and with a little more clothes on.
Okay. All right. And is there any similarity to your Hall Pass character who tries to seduce Owen Wilson?
I think this character is a little bit more mature, and she is very passionate about the music business, and I think she's there for the right reasons. And I think that she dresses in the way that she does because she thinks that's sort of what you have to do in the music business, and it attracts clientele, and it's just sort of part of it. I don't think she has sort of ulterior motives, but I think my character in Hall Pass was more immature and childish, and this was, being a college kid.
You play quite the range. Can I ask how old you actually are?
I'm 25.
Okay, so I mean you're you can go up, you can go down.
Yeah,
I guess,
I do.
age.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing 18 for a number of years actually, and I am sort of making the transition into playing older characters, but I think I can still play a little younger than my age, which is great. Mm-hmm. And I still sort of understand what it's like to be younger and figuring things out, and I think that helps for a lot of my characters.
Now, I referenced in the introduction your Esquire appearance. You were one of the beautiful women who tells a funny joke. Was that I hate to say it this way, but was appearing in that kind of a calculated decision to move and be seen as more adult?
Yeah, I think it was for Hall Pass. It was for press for Hall Pass, and I think that it was, it was the right kind of press to do for a movie like that. And I think that it's just part of the business, and I thought that it was sort of an interesting thing to do.
Well, I'm looking at the time, and I want to make sure I leave time to ask you about Percy Jackson. Is there actually a sequel happening?
We don't know definitively yes or no yet. I know that they put out that press release a few weeks ago, so I know that they're in active development, but our option, we don't know for sure yet. But we are signed on for 3 films, and I would love to do another one. That was a really incredible experience, and it did change my career. So,
and
I would love to go back.
Well, and speaking of age, I mean, the characters in the book, I think, are like 12 and 13, and you guys played them as kind of late teenagers. That was a little different. Yeah. Chris Columbus directed the film, and his reasoning for that was just because of the sword work and the sort of intense activity that we'd be doing and the long hours. I think it was sort of, it made more sense to have the characters aged up a bit, and he couldn't really picture a 12 or 13-year-old holding a sword that, heavy and the kinds of, and he wanted to make the fights very intense and realistic, and I think that was his reasoning for aging us up. And then speaking of sequels, Leatherface 3D, really?
I know. Well, it's called, I don't know why it's on there on IMDb, Leatherface. It's, I think that was its original title. It's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D now. Not because that makes a huge difference, but yes, it's a big franchise that has been around forever, and I think it's changed a lot since the first film, obviously, in the 70s. And I think it's one of these movies that's a lot of fun and very scary, and I'm not, to be honest, I get very scared very easily. But there's something to be said for the, fun level of that kind of film. And I think, we worked really hard on it, and I had a lot of fun making it. So, I hope that people are scared and have fun at the same time.
And this is your second horror movie after Bereavement, I guess?
Yes. Bereavement was my first lead in a film. I did that, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. And it was good for me just to, you sort of be having to scream and cry and all that stuff in front of an entire crew. It sort of helps you. There's always this barrier to break down as an actress, I found, that you need to be able to be willing to embarrass yourself and take chances and take risks. And I think with a horror films, there's really nothing, as intense as, running and screaming and being covered in blood. And it really helped me learn how to you cannot be embarrassed, and you can make different choices and do all kinds of crazy things. And it really helped me as an actress.
Well, folks, you can see actress Alexandra Daddario every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. for at least the next couple of weeks on the NBC series Parenthood. And Alex, thank you so much for joining us on Mr. Media today.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Take care. For more original interviews, surf over to our main website, mrmedia.com, mrmedia.com. If you've enjoyed today's show, subscribe for free to Mr. Media via email, RSS, or iTunes, and you'll never miss a show. Another good idea, download our new free Mr. Media mobile app in the Android market. You can also listen with a piece of string and a tin can in many parts of the Internet. Show your support of Mr. Media by supporting our sponsors, including Audible. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/radio. Again, that's audibletrial.com/radio for your free audiobook. We're also supported by thepartyauthority.us. Call DJ Ira for all your party entertainment needs nationwide at 1-800-DIAL-DJs, or visit their website, thepartyauthority.us. If you've got an idea for a guest, a comment on today's show, or would like to advertise on Mr. Media Radio, email me directly at bob@mrmedia.com, mrmedia.com. You can also call our 24-hour listener line at 1-727-498-4711. Some messages may be used in an upcoming show. And unless you live next door to Mr. Media, there may be a toll charge. You can also follow Mr. Media on Facebook, Twitter, or our new YouTube and Vimeo video channels. Thanks so much for joining us today. I always appreciate you sharing a piece of your day with Mr. Media. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, this is Emmy, and you are listening to Mr. Media.
Hey folks, you can hear Mr. Media while on the go now with Stitcher Smart Radio. Stitcher is a free news and talk mobile app available for your smartphone, whether you use an iPhone, iPod Touch, Android, BlackBerry Curve, or Palm Pre. And when you download Stitcher to hear Mr. Media today, you have a chance to win some real money. Downloading is quick and easy. Just find Stitcher in your smartphone's app store. Download it, it's free, takes seconds. Then, during registration, hit the promo code box and enter Mr. Media, that's MR Media, to get automatically entered to win $100. The latest episode of Mr. Media will be waiting for you in Stitcher's favorites right on your phone. You'll get access to lots of other amazing shows too, always available to you on demand, no syncing. Some of my favorites include WTF with Mark Maron, Plus One Per Diem with Kevin Smith, and The Nerdist with Chris Hardwick. It's all free and all instant to you on Stitcher Smart Radio. And don't forget to win the money. Enter promo code Mr. Media, MR Media, when you register. And thanks for listening.